Thank you so much to Saltaire for supporting Ryemarkable moms. Hi guys, and welcome to Ryemarkable Moms. I'm Liz Woods. Sometimes life's hardest challenges bring about the most beautiful discoveries about ourselves. Today, I talk with Wendy Baruchowitz. Wendy's the mom of two boys, one in 8th grade and one in 2nd grade. When her 2nd grader was born, Wendy was diagnosed with a disorder called POTS, which is the deregulation of the autonomic central nervous system. With this, Wendy became severely ill and had trouble even completing simple tasks like walking. Today, Wendy's here to share how this life-changing event led to her discovery of her passion for photography, the publication of a book, and her creation of the Bekind Project. I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Hi guys, I'm here today with Wendy and Oscar and Lexi. Thank you guys so much for having me today.
Thank you.
So can you tell us about the Bekind Project and how you got it started?
Sure. So about 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with an autonomic disorder called POTS. And at that time, I was pretty debilitated. I had trouble standing, I had trouble functioning, and it was really challenging. I had 2 kids that I needed to care for, and during that time, I really wanted to find a way that I could care for them, be a good role model for them, contribute to this life, and feel fulfilled in some way. So I realized really early on that diet was really going to be the cornerstone to my health and helping me get through this health condition. So I decided to enroll in an online course from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and I got my degree in health coaching and integrative nutrition. And very quickly, when I changed my diet, I learned how much it had such a positive impact on my health so quickly. So it wasn't enough for me there, though. I needed to take it a step further. So I in some way wanted to give back. And so I decided to self-publish a book where I was going to donate all the proceeds to POTS research. So I would have my stool in the kitchen, I'd be cooking, I'd be creating all these, healthy, gluten-free, dairy-free, and refined sugar-free recipes. And I needed to hire a food stylist because that was just an extra step. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the pictures. So I hired a food stylist, and I actually hired a few food stylists because I wasn't really liking the way the photos were coming out. They weren't the style that I wanted. It wasn't really the message that I wanted to give to people. So I said, forget the food stylist. I'm just going to do this myself. My husband thought I was crazy. Very supportive, but he said, go for it. I bought a used camera on Amazon. And I watched countless YouTube videos on how to actually turn the camera on, truth, and how to actually use the camera. I learned all about lighting. I didn't realize how in-depth photography was at that time. So in that, I created the book. I self-published the book. I hope it's helped several people along the way. And once the book was published, stock photography companies started to reach out to me to ask if I wanted to sell my stock photos, and so I gave away the rights for my photos. And from there, friends would just ask me, hey, can you do a headshot for me? Can you take a picture of my family for me? And as I started to do that more and more and doing favors for people, I said, wow, I really love photographing people. And I realized right there that I love connecting with people, and I saw how much joy people got after I would do a photo shoot of them. They just felt so good, as difficult as it is, to be in front of a camera and smile, and we can relate right now. That they always walked away feeling so happy and so good, and that really felt fulfilling for me. And it also gave me a way to manage my health condition and live with this condition where I could sit, I could squat, I wasn't standing for long periods of time, which was extremely challenging for me at the time. So it gave me such a purpose. It gave me so much joy. And so through all this, I really realized this passion that I had. And through this passion, I took it a step further, and I discovered something called portraiture photography. And portraiture photography really allows you to bring out expression and emotion in people with lighting and sort of, in the darkness in the studio. They can, I think Lexi's had enough.
That's fine, you want to put it down?
And this is really where the Bekind Project was born, because I wanted to do something with portraiture the same way I did with the book, about a way to give back with my photography. So I realized that there's so much meanness and hatred and unkindness going on all around us, whether it's on social media. We all see what's happening around in our world. Our kids, unfortunately, are exposed to it with all the social media.
Yeah.
And I started to ask myself, well, how is this impacting them? How is this impacting us? And especially our youth and our children. So I realized about all the unkindness that was happening all around us. Well, let me try to capture that in some way, in a bottle in a way, or in a lens, in a portrait in some way. I asked a group of girls, a group of boys, if they would participate in these projects, about expressing themselves, about spreading kindness, and people just leaped on board. These parents and these kids were so supportive and so excited to find a way to express themselves. And we realized that it was a safe space for them. It was a non-judgment space for them. They could be authentic. They could spread whatever message that they felt was most important and heartfelt to them. And we realized that, kind can be cool. It doesn't have to be, but there's so much peer pressure that's happening today. And it felt, I felt so passionate about these projects, and I felt it from them, because they were the ones who were so courageous and so brave to put themselves in front of the camera and with these messages on their bodies and posing in front of the camera for me, and that was really inspiring for me. And from there, the Bekind Project just kept growing and growing, and that's really how it all started.
So can you share a little bit about how the Bekind Project has changed you as a person?
Sure. So I would say that the Bekind Project has actually helped transform me into a better person. And it's because of these kids, as I was saying before, that photographing these kids with these beautiful messages about kindness and respect and self-advocacy is contagious, actually. And I have so much respect for them and their parents for being so supportive of this movement. And they are so courageous, and I've said this before, they're so brave to put themselves out there. And that has actually given me the strength to say, keep going, keep doing this, put it out there. And like I said before, it's been so well received, and that's actually what helps me so much within myself, and authenticity, and just being real, and teaching and reminding myself, with my little Bekind Project on my shoulder, about be kind, spread the kindness, live it, teach it to your children.
So beautiful. So Wendy, what do you see for the future of the Bekind Project?
My goal and passion about extending Bekind Project is to take it to other districts, take it to other communities, even take it to other states. A few months ago, my last project was done in Omaha, Nebraska, and had this opportunity to photograph these kids, and then their moms jumped in, and it was just so incredible to take it to another place in all inclusivity, and that was so important to me. And over the summer, to even take it a step further, is the Raise community asked me to do a project for them to really shine a spotlight on the kids in this community who have special needs. And that I was actually crying when I was editing some of these photos, because these kids touched my heart in such a way. They are just full of love, full of kindness, and it's just so natural. And it was actually a beautiful day for me, a beautiful shoot, and beautiful for me to edit these and give this back to the community.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today. Ryemarkable Moms is all about sharing our positive stories and inspiring one another to make the world a better place for our kids a little bit every day. If you haven't already checked it out, please be sure to go to ryemarkablemoms.com. Like this video and share it with your friends. See you guys soon.